Alright, hello YouTube. This is an introduction to... I've searched all of YouTube and I can't seem to find any reviews on Ron's tools and its edges. I was looking for edges that could do really thin leather, like kangaroo leather here. Did you see? This is 1 ounce kangaroo leather, and since I live in Australia, it's really hard to come by good tools that are made in USA. So I got these off of this guy from leathertools.gp from Japan. I'll put a link up in the description. But overall, they're really well made, and I'll just begin by edging some, let's say, how thick is this? 2-inch Vetch Tan leather. This is the number 1. Let's get it in focus here. The number 1 Ron edger. It's really tiny, really minuscule edge. So what I've actually noticed is that with this tool, you have to hold it at a much steeper angle as compared to other edges. Get really thin. It's really thin. So that's what you get. It's almost non-existent. Now moving on, that was number 1. This is the number 2. There we go. And if you actually compare it to, let's say, a Barry King 00 edger, Barry King 00 edger is the in-between from the 1 and 2 edges from Ron's tools. And that's the 00 from Barry King. They're all great tools, they all come really sharp. The Barry King does give more of an acute edge, and it's not as round as Ron's tools, but it does feel more natural in the hand, in your hand. Ron's tools do also come with a sharpening rod from which you lay micro sandpaper over it, and you sharpen your tool with it. I'm not too sure about the Barry King. I've got to do some research on how to actually sharpen it, because if you can actually see, the edge is actually quite acute. and it's not rounded like Ron's tools. Well, I'll do a comparison with the normal Tandy number 3, and this is on the same piece of leather. As you can see, it's much harder to push through, but it's much thicker as well. Now this is the Barry King edge. This is Ron's Tools number 2. And this is Ron's Tools number 1. With the tools, they actually have a really thin, what do you call them, fingers on the edge, and this allows you to actually edge thinner leathers. But it wouldn't. I'm gonna give it a try here, and I'm gonna try to edge 1 ounce kangaroo leather with the number 1 Ron's tool. It's really soft leather, so there's no edge to actually bite onto the material itself. So it wouldn't, even though it clears the table, it wouldn't cut into the leather. You can forget about the number 2, it's too thick. And the 00 Barry King. It actually works. Oh, I take that back. It's working. It's just that the leather is too soft. So it won't do really thin leather unless it's stiff. You would get this edge. As you can see, it's really jagged. But overall, they're really high quality tools. The Barry King is cheaper, no doubt, but so far only the number 1 from Ron's Tools gives the thinnest edge that you can get on any edger out there so far. On a side note, with bentonite edges, such as this 127 craft tool, not craft tool, CS Osborne 127 number 0, you can't get it in to 2 ounce leather. It's really hard, it doesn't cut. That's because the edge of the tool hits the table before the cutting edge actually even touches the leather itself, and that's why it's not cutting anything. I hope you liked the review, and do check them out. They're a bit pricey, but they're worth the amount if you can't you know, if you like really thin edges or are into really fine leather working. Yeah, there we go. Really fine. Yep, see ya.